Hey everyone, Matt Beamer here alongside Preston Lude for In the Marbles Weekly Racing Podcast. Even though the NASCAR season's over, we're still with you throughout the off-season to bring you a little bit of racing to try to fix that itch that everyone's feeling right now. I know myself, I'm feeling it ever since the checkered flag at Phoenix. But man, it's good to be here. If you're joining us from the Unhinged Sports Network, welcome. We are thankful that you're here. And if you're joining us on our regular podcast platform, we appreciate it as well. We're just so happy that you guys are joining us every week in, week out for the best that we can bring you in the world of auto racing. But as every episode starts off, Preston, how's it going? How's the family? How's work? How's life?
I have the need.
Uh-oh.
The need for speed, baby.
Little Top Gun action there, man. I wish I had Danger Zone lined up.
One of my favorite all-time movies. One of them.
Yeah, absolutely of what it is.
But, you know, it's a classic. But, hey, man, everything's good.
Good, man.
Things are great. It's weird not having NASCAR in our lives, but Formula One is still kind of in our lives over the weekend.
Formula One, and we'll get more into it, is the season's over.
Yeah,
the season's over. We'll get more into that. But
you're right.
Man,
my season for Formula One's not over, though, as far as Xbox goes.
That's good. At least you still have that. I still have iRacing.
Yeah, I'm still working on the monthly event. I was telling you before. The monthly event is at the Circuit of the Americas this month. So,
nice.
I'll run you through what it is real quick. So the event is you are driving as Lando Norris in the 2019 Grand Prix, and you have to finish 7th or better, which in all reality, you can only finish 7th because Ricardo was in 6th and he's like way up there. But you have it's like 6 laps to go. You take over like 6 laps to go. You're like 5 seconds back of Carlos Sainz. And I raced it probably 10 or 15 times today.
Right. Okay.
Just spent a couple hours on it. So I'm trying to get it down. You know, I told you, took ABS off, took traction control off, and playing around with it before I switch back over to manual shifting. Right. So it's really is a chore, to be honest.
Okay.
I find it to be very hard. I have to really focus when I'm racing. So
you should focus anyway when you're racing.
Well, I mean, I really have to focus. I was talking to my brother today on the Xbox. We were talking about a couple of things, and I couldn't focus while I was racing. I was just I had to stop while I was talking to him. I couldn't do it. I have to have it I have my headset on and I have to crank it all the way up so I just hear nothing but the engine and everything else going around. I just have to be focused.
I'm sure you do.
So I'm in the top 27% right now in the world. So.
Hey, that's good. Out of how many?
I can't remember how many people, but it says top 27% and my rank right now is 1,100. So I don't know what that's probably
still over. Not bad.
Yeah. So working on it.
Absolutely work on it, man. But that's awesome. Well, I had an eventful week off after Charlie left, which was great having him. Thank you again for Charlie for being here on the show. I'm hearing a lot of good reviews based off of that. It was a lot of fun having him. I got my hunting license. I don't know if I told you or anybody this, or that listens to the show other than a few handful of people. I got my hunting license, so I went out hunting for the first time this weekend with my wife's brother, Earl.
I did see a picture of it.
Yeah.
I think Caroline might have posted it.
Yeah, she... we went out in the morning and I saw nothing. There was no deer whatsoever.
What time did you go out?
I think we got there at the land about 6 o'clock in the tree stand for maybe 2.5, 3 hours.
I thought people usually go hunting really early in the morning.
That was really early.
6 o'clock?
Yeah, 6 o'clock, about that time of the...
Okay. I don't know. Some people I've always seen go at 3 and 4 in the morning and just wait all morning.
Yeah, I'm sure you can go anytime you want, but
I don't know. I know nothing about hunting.
That's the time we chose to. Trust me, I don't either. So we went out there and didn't see anything in the morning. We then, said, okay, let's go eat breakfast and come back and mark some trees for cutting and stuff like that, and then go out and walk around. So we walked around and I saw this big buck. And I'm not trying to exaggerate because I know it's when fishermen fish, it's the fish was this big, or the buck is it was this big. No, this was a decent sized, good first kill. And we stalked it and it was gone. And we even tried to, what's it called? Where I don't even know what it's called. We just get it out. We tried to get it out. It didn't work. So then we went back home, rested for a few hours, and then went back again. And Earl brought his son, my nephew, with him to go hunt. That was the picture of my nephew and brother-in-law and myself. We then went out, and he put me up in a deer stand where you could see deer. It's like, okay. And I was up there for maybe an hour and a half, and I finally saw some. The sun was starting to come around.
Oh.
It's like, okay. It's a long shot, but I know I can make it. I line up, and I saw this really big doe. They were doe.
Oh,
female
okay.
deer. So.
Yeah.
So I line up to shot, and I'm thinking, okay. There were like 3 doe out there, 1 really decently sized one and 2 medium-sized ones. I said, I want the big one.
Of course, you want the biggest
I'm
one.
going to go
you
after
get.
the biggest one I can get. And I line up the doe, and I'm ready to, and I breathe in and do everything and click off to safety. Fingers on the trigger. I'm squeezing the trigger as I was taught so many times on the Marine Corps rifle range, just squeezing the trigger. Just then, and their land is set up by road with an intersection.
Oh.
Just then, this redneck decided, oh, hey, I'm going to hit my gas really loud so my exhaust can go loud so everybody within a 10-mile radius can hear me running my truck. The deer looked up, looked around, and ran.
Damn. That's unfortunate.
And I said, okay, that's just one of those things. Some more deer came coming down, and I said, all right, I'm going to drop something today. Then I saw, and they weren't big, and I was like, they look kind of young. And I was like, I don't know if I want to shoot little baby deer, like maybe just a year or 2 old. And it's like, I don't want to shoot that.
Shoot little Bambis.
Yeah, I just shoot little Bambis. I don't want to do that. But then I saw 4 more, like 2 came out, and then 4 more came out, and they were really little, like maybe like a year or 2, a year old. And I thought, man, I'm going to shoot a little baby deer like that. So
No, you don't want to do that.
So I want to go for the bucks. I want to go for the trophy.
Yeah, you want the ones that you see like
I want
at work.
I want to mount it on the wall.
Yeah, and you can show everybody every time. What you talking about, like mounting at your house?
Yeah, I'm gonna mount it at my house, and I want to mount it like coming into the house, and then call that Bucks Row.
You're gonna mount it like when you walk in the door, it's right there.
Yeah, that's right. I want to shoot a bear too. I want to hunt a bear and stuff it to where when you walk in, it's like looking like it's gonna attack you.
Oh, nice.
And people go, oh, it's like, no, it's okay. I shot it. It's dead.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun. But that was my
I can see it now.
Yeah,
I can see it now.
Yeah, that was my first hunting experience, man. Not necessarily what I wanted. I was wanting the buck, but I've apparently, based on what Earl and Caroline and everybody was saying, those are tough to come by. But it might come to the point where it's like, sorry, doe,
I'm sure it will come to that point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to I want to hunt. I don't want to just shoot animals, you know? I think there's a difference between just having that power to shoot animals, which I'm fine with. I'm all about it. I obviously do it. But there's a difference between hunting and then baiting animals in and doing and you know, just shooting animals just because you can.
Right.
I want to hunt the animal.
The thrill of the hunt.
It's the thrill of the hunt. And it was very relaxing, man. I encourage everybody to do it. I think you should do it. I think it'd relax you a little.
I used to go fishing a decent amount. That was always relaxing, too.
Yeah, but yeah, you have to be quiet hunting. I don't think I said a word in 3 hours, which is...
Well, I think that's the relaxing part about it, too, is just when you go, out hunting, it's just you're out there in nature, and usually it's very nice and quiet.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was so much fun to just sit out there, and when we went out there in the morning, it was raining, and it was just relaxing and fun. It was just so peaceful, man.
That's why. So I kind of, when you say that it would be relaxing, I kind of relate it to also when the few times that I've gone on a vacation out to Arkansas. I mean, out there to visit my wife's biological father, it's just nice and quiet. The town that they live in is just really quiet out there.
Yeah.
They just live like almost out in the middle of there's it's like a subdivision, but it's just nothing but openness.
Yeah. And
no trees around for miles, just nice and quiet.
Yeah.
You sit out there at night and I'm just like, man, like this is great.
Yeah. And that's the way Caroline's house is where she grew up. It's quiet.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of nowhere. Needless to say, when I first went to go see her, I was coming from Mooresville. So I took 77 all the way down. She said, get off on this exit, and I did, and I'm going down this dark road. It's like, man, where does this woman live? I went all the way down, and then she called me. I called her and said, I don't know. I'm at the T intersection. I think I went too far. She said, she asked if I saw a church. I said, yeah. And said, no, yeah, you went way too far.
Oh,
so,
how far?
Not far.
Oh, not far.
But after driving all that way, it's like, this is an eternity, man.
Were you thinking that entire time you were like, this woman's trying to get me killed?
No.
She's leading me on.
No.
Hoping I get lost.
Well, I'm glad she didn't, because, well, who would bring you into marbles every week?
You're right.
No one, man.
Going down a dark road, not knowing where you're going.
Yeah, it was.
Doesn't feel right.
Well, it felt fine. I trusted her enough to. And that was the first time I met her parents. It's actually, I think, 12 years ago.
Wow.
Next week.
Oh.
That I first met her parents. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, whole month of December or November here, man. It's a good month.
Yeah.
But I'm glad everything's going well. Hope everything's going well for everybody out there in the Marbles Nation, and whether you're on the Unhinged Sports Network or on the regular podcast platform. I hope everybody's doing well. COVID's almost over. 2020's almost over. People are already putting up Christmas lights, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
But we got a little bit of news to cover, and what we're going to do this show, we'll get more into it, but is talk about our NASCAR's year in review. I've been looking forward to this for a while. We'll give you the rundown on that. But first things first, the news of auto racing. So let's get into it. All right, and Preston has the only news article here that I've been able to see. I didn't really find anything. I found this, but I didn't really think it was like newsworthy. But
what did you find?
The John Hunter Nemechek story.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Well, we can cover that one first.
Is it John Hunter Nemechek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Hunter Nemechek, the front row.
Yeah. I thought it was Jeb Burton.
There's another one about Jeb Burton as well.
So there's two of them. Okay.
Yes.
So lead us down. Which one you want to do first?
Let's talk about John Hunter Nemechek a little bit.
Let's talk about him. So what do you got, buddy?
So John Hunter Nemechek has informed Front Row Motorsports that he's not returning next year, which is caught a lot of people by surprise, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but it caught me by surprise. He in his rookie season, he didn't do too bad.
No, he was up there a good amount of times there.
But
for the equipment that he had.
Yeah, exactly. Between him and Michael McDowell, that was a good season for Front Row probably in a while. So.
I like Michael McDowell.
Yeah, he's a good driver. But John Hunter Nemechek he hasn't revealed what he's going to do next year yet. He said it's going to come out at a later date to let everybody know, but it's still caught I thought at first that the team was the one that was parting ways with him, but then it came out that he informed them that he was not going to come back next season. So maybe he's got something in the works already. Who knows?
Yeah.
I guess that's I don't know. We just have to wait and see now.
Yeah, we will. And then I saw Jeb Burton's going to Colleague Racing, sorry.
Yeah. In the Xfinity Series next year. Running the full schedule. I
guess he's taking
Ross Chastain's
spot.
Yeah.
That's good.
So the video came out, I think it was today, which we were recording on a Monday. I believe it was today. I saw the video, and he was very caught up by surprise when they were at the meeting, and they said, hey, we're signing you 33 races. I'm assuming that's how many races the Xfinity schedule is, but they said 33 races, and he was just, he's like, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? And then his dad, Ward Burton, was there, and he was just like, you guys are going to make me cry, and I thought it was pretty good.
No, that's awesome.
I think it's awesome.
Oh, and another piece of news that's securing of a spot, Daniel Hemrick signed with Joe Gibbs Racing in that 18 car for the Xfinity Series for 2021, and I like that. I think he should have stayed in the Cup Series. He was the Rookie of the Year in 2019. I think he could have done more in the Cup Series, haven't given him the chance. I think Richard Childress was stupid to let him go. But Richard Childress' loss is Joe Gibbs' gain.
Yeah, I think it's
because eventually Denny Hamlin's going to retire.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see Daniel Hemrick in a Joe Gibbs Cup car whooping Richard Childress all over the track.
This could be a blessing in disguise.
No, this is great. I'm happy for Daniel Hemrick because I've always rooted against him. I met him at Daytona in 2019, and just a good dude, And I wish him the best of luck. I wish everybody the best of luck here in their new rides, but
I'm definitely curious to see what he's going to do next season in Joe Gibbs equipment. I think it's going to be awesome. But I was talking to you before the show about it as far as Denny Hamlin goes, since you just mentioned him.
Yep.
And we know of the 23XI racing coming up next year, and Bubba Wallace is going to be running for him.
right.
The blueprints were revealed for the shop,
Okay.
and somebody broke it down. I found a video of it, and they had broken it down to, it looks like maybe they're planning expanding in the near future. Maybe they're going to be around for quite some time, because the blueprints showed, as far as the entrance to the shop, there's 4 spots for show cars.
Okay.
And then towards, the back end of the shop, you have all the offices, and apparently there were 4 offices all labeled for crew chief.
Ooh.
So, yeah. And then they also said that there's a spot for 4 different haulers as well. So maybe 23XI is hoping to kind of expand at some point.
I think that would be great. Not only because they're going to be Toyota, but Denny Hamlin stated that they're not going to be a Joe Gibbs team. Like,
I think NASCAR was investigating into that too.
As far as we're not just going to be an extension of them, we don't want to be an extension of them, and I don't blame them. But get to Joe Gibbs equipment, definitely. I dare say if another manufacturer comes in, 23XI.
Yeah, I think there was rumors that NASCAR wanted to do a little bit of investigating behind that to make sure that they weren't going to be almost like a 5th team for Joe Gibbs. But I mean, I don't think they want to.
Well, you can look at it like this: when Truex was racing with Furniture Row, that was a 5th team for Gibbs.
Yep,
and they
went out and won a championship.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs quickly said, no more of that.
Yeah, they got that shut down real quick.
No, yeah, we're shutting you down, and we're bringing Truex over and bringing everybody over.
Hey, I mean, we'll see. It's good to see a new team in NASCAR, and we also have a little bit of Gen 7 testing going on this week as well. At the
I saw that as well.
I didn't really see a whole lot to really get a good understanding. I just saw clips here and there on Twitter.
I think it will be more telling once we see cars on the track and practice session at Daytona Speed Weeks in 2022.
Right. I mean,
that's the only way we're going to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, and
unless they did what they did for the car of tomorrow with the wing and introduce it intermediately throughout the course of 2021. I don't think they will, but they did that for the car of tomorrow. Why not do it for?
Yeah, I remember that season when we had
run it. I think it was 2007 that they did that, and Kyle Busch won the first event in that at Bristol. But I think that'd be a good way to break it in.
Yeah, that would be.
You need real world testing when it comes to race cars.
Yeah,
you can't just say, okay, we've tested single car runs, and then let's run them out in a group of 40.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna single car run a road course, and then that's it. Like, I don't know, or single car run a.
Why not do tire testing and have 3-4 cars there at Daytona drafting?
Mm-hmm.
Do something like that. I don't know.
Oh well, I'm just curious to see what it will bring when we get to that point in the future, knowing that they're.
Yeah, I am too.
All this, what is it? The body, I think the whole body is going to be pre-built by a third party or something like that.
I think the whole chassis and body is going to be
the chassis and body, and then they're just going to
site, and they're just going to dump an engine in there and their transmission and go.
Yeah, so we'll see if this gives any kind of help to other teams, maybe as far as trying to equal it out a little bit. I don't know.
I'm
sure there won't be. I'm sure the bigger teams are still going to find out.
Penske, Stewart Haas, and Gibbs.
Yeah, they're still going to find out ways
there
to,
in the front.
I don't know, spend a lot more money.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
They pretty much will. But that all the news you have, buddy?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, man. Well, what we're going to go ahead and do is get into our weekend review here. Only one race, the Formula One race, and we'll cover that more here after these messages from the Unhinged Sports Network, if you're on there, and a Teespring read from myself and Preston. So stick around. We're going to be right back with the weekend review.